Alright, let's get started with today's video. So today we're playing Colossus Legends, which is a game that I've been playing a lot. If you guys followed my streams, you guys would know that I mentioned that I play a lot of Colossus Legends. So this is my loadout so far in Colossus Legends. It's not the best loadout, but it's something to get around with. So of course we got the Rogue Paladin hood, Rogue Paladin plate, and then of course we have the Frost leg plates, and finally the Essence Greatsword, which is a 2% drop from Rosetta. This is also 2% from Rosetta, and then this is a 5%, and then this is also a 5% from the Icicle Tundra, I believe. You can always check raid drops over here, so you can see that Icicle Tundra, the legs were 5%, and over here Rosetta Essence is 2%, along with the plate, and then the hood is also 5%, and the only thing I'm missing is the legs over here, so I'm probably gonna try to get that, but we're gonna do one raid and see how long that takes. So this is basically going to be me soloing Rosetta. All right, there we go. So I turned up the sound a little bit, so we're going to try to see if this is any better. Anyways, right now I'm currently working on getting my magic skill all the way up to about level 70, which is the level needed to use Thunderclap. And for those who don't know, Thunderclap is a special skill, so let me show it to you right here. So I go to magic and I go to lightning. You can see that over here, level 70 plus, you can use Thunderclap. So I'm working on to get that right now, but I guess we'll have to see how things are. I guess it's kind of difficult to level up right now, especially in Rosetta, where I'm pretty low level, or not low level, but I don't really have that great a damage in Rosetta. But regardless of that, let's just continue onward and see how far we can get. Because this is a solo, the numbers of enemies will be slightly lower. So similar to a dungeon quest, where if you have more people, there's more health. The bosses have more health, and similar to this, the bosses don't have less health. The bosses all have similar health, in no matter how many people you bring with you, but the amount of enemies changes depending on how many people you have with you. So the good thing about Essence Greatsword is that if I use the skill, I can actually do a ranged move, which is infinite. It's an infinite range, so I can hit from wherever, as long as I make sure, you know, I'm hitting the actual enemy, I should be fine. However, the only hassle about this is that the skill burns through your stamina really quickly, so it's quite difficult to use the skill in a fast pace, I guess. If you don't have enough stamina, it'll come out pretty slow if you don't have any stamina. But I try to use this only when I need to. Basically, I use it when witches show up. I really don't like to fight witches. Witches are one of my least favorite enemies in this game. Alright, but anyways, continue on. So I could go up and just simply slash to do better damage. Go. This makes it so that it's easier, so I don't have to actually run around all the time. I could just use the skill, but sometimes I end up using the skill and I don't get the intended direction. So sometimes I can aim, like if I aim this way, or if you saw it earlier, you can see that when I was using the essence, it actually aimed up towards the sky. I think it depends on your mouse position, but sometimes the position is kind of buggy, so that's something to consider when you're using it. There we go. Alright, 21 enemies out of 21 enemies, so we're moving on to the second area now. Something I like about Colossus Legends is the fact that there's really good camera movement. I like the camera movement in this, and the map is also very well built. You can see that there's a lot of trees here, nice water, and the buildings are pretty nice. You know, the structure and everything, pretty nice building structure. Enemies are also pretty well built, armor and weapons included. Alright, 26 enemies, not too bad. So there's a crawler over there, let's get him there. And then there's also an enemy over here. If I can get the hitbox correct. It depends on the enemy though. You can see, like, I can hit the witch multiple times, but they won't end up dying. There we go. Yeah, Essence Greatsword is easy for getting long range attacks, and you don't really have to worry too much about stamina. So let's say I run out of stamina relatively quickly. You can see that the attack, you can see that it's kind of slow. It's a little bit of a slower rate, but you can see the attack still comes out in a relatively medium paced. Okay, I don't think I'm getting the hitbox there, but okay. Let's get these guys down. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then over there. So 26 enemies so far, not too bad. Which, once we get to like the Archbishop area, it's going to get a lot higher. The number of enemies are going to start getting a lot higher. I'm going to predict it's going to be somewhere along the 30 to 40 range. Okay, yeah. When the witches take too long to beat, I just end up going up to them and just slashing. But relatively, if they're really far away, I could just end up using the skill and they'll take damage anyways. There you go, just like that. Some enemies end up, you know, in the ground like this, so you kind of have to just put your sword in and aim for them. There you go. And then you can see if I'm trying to hit those enemies over there, I have to aim a little bit. I don't know if I'm hitting the hitbox correctly. Estimating, you kind of have to estimate the range and predict where the hitbox might be. But if not, you can always just walk up and just take them out. But you can see I ended up hitting this rock knight, but I didn't end up taking him out. So let's just finish up over here. There we go, I leveled up. Nice. Yeah, the rock knights are a bit of a challenge. They don't die easily, so you kind of have to be close with them and take them out via slashing. Alright, nice, I got a kill right there. Let's use another skill here. Okay, that was a crutcher. Okay, and then go down. There we go. So far we've done 13,000 damage, 13,814 damage. I think at 27,000 damage it starts turning a gold. When you get to about 17, I think it starts turning red, or 16 or 17,000. Alright, let's see how many enemies there are. Of course, Archbishop health does not change. I think if you bring 3 or 4 people, you'll still end up having 3,000 health. Okay, 31, which is not too bad. Thing about this stage is that if you defeat the Archbishop first, I can't really say that. I have a bit of trouble pronouncing that. But if you defeat the Archbishop first, he'll end up respawning. So you have to defeat the amount of enemies that is requested. So 31 enemies. So I have to take out 31 enemies, then I could defeat the Archbishop without him respawning. Witches are my least favorite enemy in this game. Probably my least favorite, just because they have this orb magic ability, and that will aim towards you. If you're standing still, it automatically hits you, but it's easy to dodge. However, it does do a bit of damage, so that's something you'll have to consider. So I am doing a little bit of damage to the Archbishop, just so I don't have to do more damage later on, but my main goal is just to take out these enemies first. So depending on where they spawn, I'm going to take them out. So we're about halfway done with this enemy, and then afterwards we have to face the the Colossal, which depending on how difficult it is for me to climb or how long it takes to climb will result in how long it takes to defeat the boss. If I can climb relatively pretty fast without any errors, I think I can actually defeat the boss in relatively a couple minutes. But if it takes a long time to climb, or I have to or my climbing breaks and I have to actually knock him down and hit him, that's going to take a lot longer. So let's see. Okay, so we just hit 20,000 damage, and we've gotten, okay, the Archbishop is coming. The Archbishop's range in terms of its following distance is actually pretty far. So you can be pretty far, but the Archbishop will probably still come after you. Okay, let me see here. I just have to get some distance. And I believe the Archbishop is faster than you if you walk. If you try to run, I think you'll be faster than it, but Archbishop is pretty fast for the speed it's at. I'm just going to go in circles here just so I can dodge the red spells. Alright, cool. So we defeated a majority of the enemies here. Now we just have to defeat everyone else, and we'll leave the Archbishop for last. Okay, there's a witch over here. And it's difficult to aim down, so I kind of have to get off my horse if I want to aim down. Or I can go to first person to make the aiming a lot easier. There we go, but yeah. Since my speed is only 30 right now in this game, I don't have great speed. But regardless of that, this, I believe this is the Halloween event horse from 2019. This horse is actually the second fastest horse, I believe, in the game. I might be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. But it is the second fastest, so I'm going to be using that for mainly mobility. I don't really use the horse. The horse is not really great when you're trying to attack, per se, but it's mainly used for like mobility and stuff. You know, like as long as like I'm used the horse for, I have never seen its HP go down. I don't know if that's just an error or if damage on the horse is just not scripted in, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so I'm just going to have to go into first person here because the aiming is a little bit off. Once he gets around 300, I'm actually going to go up and try to slice him. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then since my slash does a lot of damage. Alright, and now we have to defeat the Colossus, which is 10,000 health, of course. You can do that pretty easily if you have the Thunderclap ability. But if you don't have the ability, you're going to have to climb it, or you're going to have to take out the orange bars, which you can do by taking out you can see right here near his ankle right here and on his hands. So let's see if I can climb it. If the climbing is broken, then I can't do it, but I guess we'll see. So you can see I can climb normally right now, but sometimes my climbing ends up breaking, and it's because he moves while I climb. So I guess we're going to have to see. Now I could use, hold on. Okay, I'm going to actually, okay, I used free fall there. Oh, he flung me across the map. Okay, let me just spawn my horse again. Oh, okay, so a little bit of a fling, not too bad, but hopefully it didn't break my climbing. If it does break my climbing, then it's going to be a problem because I have to actually take out his arms and such. But hopefully he doesn't. Okay, I can still climb. Perfect. And I recommend for anyone also facing Colossal, I recommend you guys should use the free fall, which you can do by holding R. It'll probably save you just some time when you try to climb. You can see that it saves me from actually having to climb him. From having to, okay, well, I'm getting flinged from him now, so that's kind of strange. This boss is a little bit buggy for me when I do try to face him. It's kind of strange. I don't know why, but let's see if we try to get up. I'm not the greatest climber in this game, so it might take me a bit of time to actually make it all the way up. Oh, he got flinged all the way down again. Yeah. I should probably climb him from the front instead of climbing him from the side or from the back. So let's try that. Or I can always just use essence to hit from here. But essence doesn't do that great a damage, so I'm going to probably have a tough time, or at least take a lot of time if I try to use essence. So for right now, let me just try to climb him and see if I can deal some damage. Once I get to the top, it's just going to be a little bit easier. That's just if he doesn't move. So there we go. Okay. Now I can use magic. Oh. Just free fall here. There we go. Just using free fall. So I saved myself a little bit of time. Okay, I'm going to try to make my way towards the front so I can climb a little bit easier. Okay, I'm stuck in running animation now. I have to get rid of this running animation, otherwise I can't climb properly. You can see, like, when I'm stuck in running animation, it doesn't let me climb. A little bit buggy, but that's fine. Okay, so we did about like 9,000 damage. Not the greatest damage. Okay. Okay. So we relatively... Okay, so we got up to his arm. Okay, let me see if I can actually climb him now. Okay, I'm stuck in running animation again. There we go. Okay. Some parts of him I can't climb at all. I'm not too sure why. I think, like, I can't really climb this part, but I can climb, like, the middle part right here. If he starts moving, that makes it a lot worse for me. Okay. This is just becoming a little bit too difficult for me. So I'm just going to start probably just trying to take out his legs. Because this is taking a little bit of time. If I end up taking too much time, I might just end up speeding up the video and saving myself some time. I don't want to make this video too long, so yeah, if it does end up being a little bit too long, I'll just end up speeding it up. Alright, and there we go. We've managed to finally take out the Colossal. Took a bit of time, but we finally did it. 40,000 damage. And we also got an Essence Longsword, which is a 5% drop. So, not the greatest, but, you know, we still managed to do, or at least complete the fight. So, thank you for everyone who tuned into today's video. Thank you for everyone who liked the video, everyone who subscribed. If anyone disliked or unsubscribed, I appreciate that too, because user engagement. And tomorrow we're streaming another Road to Level 200 for Cerberus 2, so make sure to tune into that for tomorrow. And that's it for today's video, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in.